I never made it, but I know what it takes. I'm motivated by a mix of emotion. Got my statement, and I'm reading it slow so I can understand it fully. Appreciate my standing, go out of this world and right on time. Oh, never in my life have I seen the sky light up like this. I'm far away from Earth and I wanna know if you exist. Mission control, do you read me? Send me my coordinates lately. Mission control, am I drifting? Tie me to someone who will love me. Yeah, wait, I think I'll last a bit longer. Find another reason to breathe.
Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to another Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Wherever you are, whatever you may be doing, thank you so much for making Ref Brandon and the Todd Family a part of your day. We always greatly appreciate it. Today we're going to be talking about college football. And I've got a list here that I'm going to run down for you that comes from Pro Football Focus. Now, of course, we know that any list that Pro Football Focus does is basically, for the most part, talking about how much potential they think the players have in the NFL. Their collegiate career does come into effect somewhat, but if it comes from Pro Football Focus, they're mainly looking at, does this guy have a chance to be an NFL superstar? If so, they're going to be ranked high. If not, they're going to be ranked low. And I may do a few more of these lists between now and when college football actually starts in 2022. But this list is the top 10 returning quarterbacks in the year 2022. And again, it comes courtesy of Pro Football Focus. Any thoughts on this list, please feel free to let me know. This is not our Wednesday top 10 countdown where we go 10 down to 1. This will be a typical countdown where I'll start at number 1 and go to number 10 just to make sure nobody's confused, because yesterday was our weekly normal top 10 countdown. Again, it's top 10 returning quarterbacks in 2022. Number 1, of course, is Bryce Young from Alabama. Number 2 is Caleb Williams, who is now at USC. Number 3 is Spencer Rattler, who is now at South Carolina. And number 4 is C.J. Stroud at Ohio State. And number 5 is Sam Hartman from Wake Forest. Now, as far as Spencer Rattler goes, to me, I've always said the word potential means right now, currently, where you are, you suck. Because once a player reaches greatness in whatever sport they play, nobody uses the word potential. Potential is the word they use when they're trying to make you be great. So, in my personal opinion right now, Spencer Rattler, he still sucks. I don't care about his potential. I don't care about how tall he is. I don't care about his arm strength. I don't care about the look. I don't care about none of that. I go by what I see on the field. And what I've seen so far on the field in his 2 years at Oklahoma that he was a starter is basically extremely inconsistent. And Sam Hartman, Pro Football Focus has seen something that I have not seen. I mean, Sam Hartman's numbers at Wake Forest are amazing, but they run that mesh offense that nobody else in the country runs. So I don't know how you can say that Sam Hartman has potential to be great when the only thing he does is run an offense that nobody else in college football runs and nobody in the NFL is going to run. So how can you watch that thing? He could be good. To me, you have to see him run some kind of offense besides the mesh, because nobody else is going to run that. Number 6 is Grayson Mccall at Coastal Carolina. Number 7 is Brennan Armstrong at Virginia. Number 8 is Gabriel, the new quarterback at Oklahoma. Number 9 is Keaton Slovis, who is now at Pittsburgh. And number 10 is Tyler Van Dyke from Miami. Now, Keaton Slovis, I understand why he transferred, not just because USC sucks, but he probably watched a lot of the film on Kenny Pickett and noticed that Kenny Pickett got better and better every week, every month, every year in the last 3 years in that offense, and thinks he can do it too, which he can. I think Keaton Slovis is a pretty good quarterback, but they were under the direction of Mark Whipple, who has now left Pittsburgh and gone to Nebraska. So I'm not sure what they'll have now. And Tyler Van Dyke, the Miami quarterback, only got the job last year because De'Aaron King got hurt. But Tyler Van Dyke actually did a really good job. And if you're a Hurricane fan, I think he gives you a reason to be optimistic as we head into the 2022 season. Again, any thoughts on this list, please feel free to let me know. And if you're a Georgia fan, I want to know how you feel about Sorrells being hired as the new offensive line coach to take over for the recently retired Matt Luke. Now, I believe Matt Luke was only 45 years old. I don't know if he's retired for good or if he'll be back, but if he is retired for good, congratulations to him, because it must be nice to be 45 years old and be retired, because I'll be 245 years old and I'll still be working. So if you're a Georgia fan, how do you feel about Sorrells taking over for the recently retired Matt Luke? And if you're a baseball fan, I want to send a quick shout out to my Clemson Tigers, because they're off to an 8-0 start in the 2022 baseball season. They've got a big series coming up this weekend, starting tomorrow afternoon against their cross-state rivals, the Gamecocks of South Carolina. And if you're a college baseball fan or Major League Baseball fan and you want to watch baseball, you better watch college, because it's looking more and more like every day that there's not going to be a 2022 Major League Baseball season. So if you like baseball, you better start watching college baseball or high school baseball, because I don't think you're going to be seeing any Major League Baseball this year. It's bad. It's sad. I wanted to see the Braves try to defend their crown. Hopefully they could repeat, but it's looking like that's not going to happen. Let's go ahead and get our dad joke of the day in here. Of all the inventions of the last 100 years, the dry erase board has to be the most remarkable. And that wraps it up for today's Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of 3. Tell your friends and family how much you love them.